Welcome to a new video. I hope everyone's doing alright in that. This week we're going to delve into my back catalogue a bit and we're going to remake my poorest performing video. Fantastic. I made this video about 3 years ago on a mobile phone. Didn't have a clue what I was doing, but I thought it was a great meal. But I've been back and watched it and it's not great, not great. It was the first video I ever spoke on and it sounds like a meditation session and a cooking video all rammed into one. Well, hopefully 3 years later, we've got better cameras. I think I'm a bit more confident behind the mic and that. We're going to have another go at it. Fantastic, because it's a lush meal, lush meal. So, you know the score. Grab yourself a cuppa, put your feet up. We'll get into it. I'll remind you of the old video a bit before we get tucked into making it. And fantastic. Let's see if we can do this better second time round. Fantastic. Let's get into it. Before we get stuck into making it, we'll just have a look at the video again. Some of you will have seen it, a lot of you wouldn't have, like. It was episode 6, creamy ham and mushroom pasta. Fantastic, lovely meal, but the video, take a listen, take a listen.
You just crave it more and more. One thing I would say is, to reduce your hunger, is to eat a bit more protein with a lighter version, such as low-fat cheeses, low-fat spread. There you have it, creamy mushroom and ham pasta.
It sounds like a cooking video and a meditation video all rammed into one. Doesn't really know what it is in that. But I shot that on a little mobile phone, a cheap mobile phone in fact. I didn't have a clue what I was doing. Like I said, we've got better gear now. Hopefully I'm a bit more confident. And yeah, we'll have a run through the ingredients. We're going to be making some cheap garlic bread, the creamy ham and mushroom pasta. I'm going to do a bit of broccoli to go with it, so it's exactly the same meal. And fantastic. Let's get running through the ingredients and let's get starting to cook. Right, exactly the same as the last time. All I've done is I've doubled everything because it didn't look that good on the pan. The pan looked a bit too small for the video. But we'll start at this end and we'll work across. But in here we've got about 150 grams of dry weight pasta, which I've cooked and I've drained and I've let cool. 100 grams of soft cheese, that's a low fat one. Salt and pepper to season. Some chestnut mushrooms, there's about 250 grams there, it's just the little punnet that you buy in the shops. Some corn flour if we need it in a bowl, that will mix with a little bit of water. We might not need it, but if we do, it's there. Some parsley, dried parsley, 100 grams of diced onions. This is frozen onion, I used fresh in the last one, but you can use whatever onion you want. A good squirting of garlic puree, about 30 grams or so. Fantastic, do it to your taste, do it to your taste. 300 grams of skim milk, and 100 grams of ham. This is just sandwich ham, which I'm going to chop up. And for the garlic bread, really simple, one of these part-baked baguettes. Some heavenly butterly light, whatever it is, it's just a little spread. Just make sure you get the one that's suitable for spreading, baking and cooking. And a bit of basil, that's it. Right, we're over by the cooker now. I've got my pan on, I've got it on quite a high heat, number 4, number 5. I'm just going to check to see if it's hot with a little last spray fry light. That's perfect. And we're going to go in with the onions. Fantastic. I've just been watching that video back again, you know, and I'll tell you what, there's some good weight loss advice in there, you know. I don't like to preach on my videos and that, but I was on full scale diet time then, like. But next we're going to go in with garlic puree, about 30 grams. I don't really measure this stuff, I just whack it in. I love garlic, love garlic. We'll get rid of that because we don't need that anymore. We'll bring in the spatula. We're just going to let these fry off for about a minute. The smell's incredible coming off this, you know. So simple, these type of dishes. This is when I had my channel called Joe's One Pot Wonders. Then I quickly realised I didn't know enough one pot wonders to carry it off, so I changed it. But it's gone through a few names since and that. I split the channel up. All kinds of nonsense going on in that. Right, this is at a minute now. I'm just going to go in with the mushrooms. There's going to be a bit of water coming off these mushrooms, which is perfect. And I'm going to go in with a bit of salt and pepper, because I always forget to put it in. Good round of pepper. Good shaking of salt. Fantastic. Give it another stir. Lid's going to go back on and I'm going to cook it out for about 4 minutes. Just for the mushrooms to start taking and that. Fantastic. We don't want them to overcook, because we still want the shape of the mushroom in the final sauce, but perfect, perfect. While the mushrooms are cooking, I'm just going to bring in a board and I'm just going to chop this sandwich ham up. This is just the rag end stuff, you know, like the value pack that you get. Fantastic. I tend to avoid the watery ham in that. I don't like that too much. But this stuff's fantastic, man. Fantastic. Tell us in the comments if you watched that first video. I'll leave it in the cards at the end, like, so you can go and have a look for yourself. But I was quite proud of it at the time, you know. Cheap little mobile phone and that, and I had no idea what I was doing. Some would say I still don't like, but I'm still having a crack on in it. It's fantastic, man. Love making these videos. Right, let's check our mushrooms. You can almost see the difference in them. They've gone like from a matte to like a sheeny colour. That's perfect. They're still holding the shape nicely in that. So what I'm going to do now is turn my pan down to about number 3. So it's on about a medium heat. And I'm going to go in with the milk. This will take the sizzle out of the pan. And I'm just going to reheat this nice and gently until the milk starts to bubble. Fantastic. I'll put my lid on, but I'll just cock it at one side so it doesn't flare up and catches out. And it's just a case of waiting for it to boil up again. Give it the odd stir. Fantastic. Right, the milk has boiled itself up again. It's just been sitting simmering nicely. Look at that. Doesn't that look lush? And we can start going in with the rest of our ingredients. We're going to start going in with our ham first. We'll whack this in. Fantastic. It's good to cook one of your own videos as well, I think, like, because then it shows people how to stand up, don't they? I got the dates wrong a bit with this one. It was April 22 when it come out, so it wasn't that long ago. But fantastic. 2 years ago it was. 2 years ago. So we're going with ham. We're going to go in with pasta. Like I said, I've drained this and cooked it. It might be a little bit stuck together, but it's fine. It's fine, that, like. Fantastic. I don't want it like swimming in sauce. I just want enough sauce to cover the pasta. And let it stick. Look at that. Doesn't that look fantastic? Right, I'm going to put the lid back on. I'm going to warm it back up again, just so the milk starts bubbling again. Then we're going to go in with cheese and with parsley. Fantastic. And at this point, if you're going to make the garlic bread, I'd switch your oven on now. I've got mine on. I'm warming it up to about 170. And fantastic. I'll have a little clean up. We'll make the garlic bread. Fantastic. Then we'll finish this off. Right, while that's warming itself back up, we'll move on and make the garlic bread. I'll just shift that cheese out the way for a minute, and the parsley and that. And this cornflour can go back in the cupboard. We don't need it. We don't need it. Fantastic. So only there's a safety net in case too much water come off the mushrooms. But we've been lucky. We've been lucky. But the garlic bread, really easy. Really easy. Got some of this heavenly buttery stuff. I have got an easy garlic bread video on my channel as well, a very early one. We're just going to whack some of that in there. I'm not even going to measure it, because I'll just use the rest of it up later. I'm going to go in with a good squirt of the garlic puree. I like mine nice and garlicky, my garlic bread, like. Fantastic. And some basil. Some dried basil, just to give it a bit of a look. And it's just a case of mixing it up, like. You just get the spoon in, Just give it a good old mix. Get all the garlic in there. Fantastic. You'll see it when it starts spreading out because all the basil will go like even in that. So I'll give this a quick whiz up. Right, there we go. Took 20 seconds. But I'm going to be using one of these things. These part baked baguettes. They're fantastic for this, you know. If you get the fully baked ones, they seem to like burn a bit in the oven. But these are ideal. And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut it into quarters. So I'm going to go down there like that. I shouldn't really be chopping on a baking tray like, but I'm just trying to cut down on the mess. Fantastic. Just cut that out. I say I ain't no professional chef on out, like I just make this stuff up as I go along. But we're doing alright, we're doing alright. But it's a lush meal this one, like. I'm only going to make 4 because there's only me here. And this will probably last us all day, like. And just spread it on, just spread it on. Get some on the back of the spoon. And whack it on. Fantastic, look at that. If you don't want to go through this hassle, like, just buy one of them 35p ones out at Lidl's, because they're quite nice, you know. But this one will go all the low fat stuff in. We've got the low fat spreads and that. I know it's not much of a difference, but it is a difference, you know. So if you are watching your calories and that, all these low fat stuff and that, you get used to it in the end, man. You get used to it. Right, I'm going to whack this in the oven for about 7 minutes. While it's cooking, we'll move on and we'll finish with sauce off. Fantastic. While we wait for our garlic bread, we can just move on and finish with sauce off. Fantastic, look at that. Does that look lush? The pasta's taking a bit of the sauce up. Fantastic. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to turn it completely off. I'm going to put in a handful of the dried parsley. Not a lot, just enough to give it a little bit of colour and that, lighten it up a bit. You can use fresh parsley in that. But this was like a budget, low-fat budget meal, you know, bit of a comfort food and that. But look at that, doesn't that look lush? And to finish it off and make it nice and creamy, we'll go in with soft cheese. This stuff's fantastic, you know. Fantastic. It'll transform this. We'll give it a good stir in. Let it all melt in that. Oh, look at that. Look how creamy that looks now. See, it looked a little bit dry with just the pasta and the sauce in there, but when you put the cheese in, look at that, man. Fantastic. Complete change. Right, I'm just going to let this melt out. Give it a little stir while I set a plate up in that. And yeah, we'll bring it in. I've got some broccoli in the microwave. We'll get the garlic bread out. We'll have a taste. And we'll say our goodbyes. Fantastic. Right, all that's left is to bring in what we've made. Check this out. Fantastic. Look at that. Creamy mushroom and ham pasta. Fantastic. Bit of a remake, episode 6. I'm going to bring a nice bowl. And I'm going to serve some up. Look at that. Lush. All the cheese is stuck to it. Fantastic. It's not sloppy and runny. It's lush. But there you go. Cheesy ham and mushroom pasta. Get rid of that. We'll bring in a couple of slices of a garlic bread. Look at that, lush. It's almost drowning the broccoli out. Yeah, I'd like to thank everyone for watching. Hope you enjoyed it and that. Bit of a remake. I've got a chicken tikka one, which I might do. A chicken tikka kebab one. That was a pretty low performing one. I'm going to have a look at it, see what was wrong with it. And yeah, and see if we can make it better. But there we go. I'm going to bring a spoon and give it a little taste. Lush. I know it's going to taste nice because I love it. I love it. Fantastic. It's creamy, mushroomy, hammy, all the things you want. All the things you want. Fantastic. So thanks for watching. Hit likes, hit subscribes, do all the YouTubey stuff for us and that. I'm on 493, I think, at the minute. Try and push us over 500. Fantastic. So yeah, have a great week. Next time I'm on my next channel. I don't know what I'm doing yet. Probably a walk or something. I've got a couple of models lined up. So if you want to see us doing something different out the kitchen, there's a link in the description. Joe does this and that. Fantastic. So until next time, have a great time. And I'll see you then. Fantastic. See you later. Gonna have another taste of this. It's lush. Look at that ham. Fantastic.